knowing how to sell is going to make you rich. I guarantee you. Let me take you 5 years back and show you a video where I demonstrated practically how to sell, especially with stories.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Joel, and I'm the CEO and founder of My Paddy. At My Paddy, we're on a mission to making schools stress-free in all of Africa, and we've started with student housing in Nigeria. And I'm really pumped this morning to tell you why. So think for a moment about Aisha from Sabongeri in Kano. Aisha has just been admitted into the University of Lagos, and she really needs to stay somewhere. But as you know, she will not be able to get an in-house accommodation from the limited and often overcrowded bed spaces in the school. And so she has to walk long distances, call friends of friends, or rely on unverified roadside agents who, for one thing, demand very large deposits and are often very fraudulent. Aisha is in trouble, and she is not alone. She is in the midst of over 16 million Nigerian students every single year. But that is not all. Most landlords, on the other hand, find it really challenging to get regular streams of new tenants, and they will prefer students due to its high demand and profitability. At My Paddy, we're solving this. We've built a marketplace that connects students with vetted rooms directly to landlords. And so as of today, Aisha and other millions of students could pick up their phones and get access to detailed information about our valuable off-campus apartments. These has saved them time, the energy, and the money often spent in off-campus hostel hunting. We've got a simple business model that really works. For every successful booking, we charge 7 to 10%. This is a model that students find very interesting, as they don't have to pay any sort of agency fee. And for the landlords too, they are fine with this because we only make money when they do. Over the past few months, we've been able to double down on our numbers. We've facilitated over 700 bookings, and right now we're growing 2% week on week. We've also done the hard work of curating over 5,000 vetted rooms from verified landlords. This is an achievement that our competitors could not do due to the fact that they merely aggregate agents. And also, we are currently in operation in over 60 schools in the country. We were awarded the Best In-Housing Startup of the Year by the NITSTAR, and we've also gotten a grant of $5,000 from the Nigeria Economics Summit. Because we understand what it means to build trust in the system, we've partnered with several schools like the Federal University of Technology, Akure, and student bodies like Enactors and a lot of others. All of this is a tiny piece of a very large cake, as we've got a market that is worth $4.8 billion. And how did we come at this? Every single year, in 2010, UNESCO posited that there are over 16 million students in Nigeria institutions alone, and each of them spending an average of over $300. And so if you do the maths, that's $4.8 billion every single year. What could sum up as our addressable market is the 70% of students that live off campus. And so that's a market that is left of $3.3 billion. Just a 10% of this leaves $336 million every single year on the table. We believe we can conquer this market and move on to other African countries because we know what it means to win. For one thing, we understand that we have the customers and the consumers, that is, the parents and the kids. As most times, parents have always tried to ensure they know not just where their kids stay in school, but also the environment in which they live. For yet another, we've got a good following on social media. Mind you, students are online, so it's really easy for us to connect to them on social media. We rank really nice on Google. At the search of off-campus hostel, you definitely will see My Paddy on top of it. We also have a referral program that allows schools and student bodies to refer students to us, and we share revenue like that. We've got good offline campaigns, we've got partnerships and several handshakes with schools and student bodies. And very important too is our network of campus ambassadors that we engage. We use in engaging students in several campuses in Nigeria to help meet landlords and also students. All of this would have been possible without a team that has a mix of domain and technical experience. And so I'm a software developer, and I've got experience in real estate, And because I needed to focus and build my paddy, I had to drop out of school to do this. Going forward, we would like to do this, but really we're very hungry because we see this as really tiny figures. And this is without you giving us money. But if you give us money, you should see us doing hundreds of multiples of this. Now think for a moment again about the endless of possibilities that a platform like us provides. And so for one thing, look at the possibility of incorporating other products that are student-based into the platform. And very important too is the data that we gather. So for one thing, we know where students stay, and as other product comes in, we get those data as well. This is data that is very important for schools, for parents, for other organizations, and giving them insights on students, residents, and a bunch of other things. And so I want to invite you at this juncture to come up and join us as we grow to become a big data player and marketplace for anything students in all of Africa. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you so much. A big round of applause for him. So we had an oversight the first time. Judges, over to you. You'll have to ask one or two questions and give one or two comments. And once we're done with that, the first company that pitched will have to bring you back on stage so that the judges will have this with you. So over to you, the judges. Thank you so much. A big round of applause for our judges. Can we amplify the mic of the judge, please? Yes.
Yeah, how do you source for properties?
So, I'm going to have a video channel that's been on engaging students themselves. So, it's simple. Students already live in apartments. So, what we do is sort of convert them to our preachers. And you will agree with me that the best person to sell a product is the person using it. So, they tell their landlords and say, hey, this is the coolest thing on campus. This is how students get accommodation. So they help the landlord list up their apartments on our website. We also have campus ambassadors in those regions that help us move around and list these properties. And over a period of 3 months, we've been able to gather over 5,000 rooms from vetted landlords, directly from vetted landlords.
So the question I have is, what happens during the year when students are necessarily looking for apartments? So a student starts school maybe in September. What happens sort of in January, March? Do you have off periods?
Great. So our peak periods is actually a period of 9 months out of 12 months, right? So school starts as early as August. So you have students looking for apartment August, September, October, November, through the December period. You're going to January, and then up to March. And then you have IT students coming back to school in April. You have some in May. You have in June. Now, the NYC market is also another huge market we're looking at right now. So every single year, over 300,000 youths are deployed into areas where they have little or no local knowledge about. So it's really difficult for them to access housing. And so right now, we're also trying to expand our service to cater for NYC students as well. So that keeps us in business all day long.
And what's the current sort of lifetime value or the average value you can earn from a single student?
Okay. Yeah, so on the average, we get, because we actually take 10%, and students are spending about $400 to $500. So that's about $50 as a lifetime value for a particular student. And that's, yeah, for like a term.
Very interesting. So just to ask you, lots of great things about your model. What will be that one thing which will make you stand out, give you the edge when more people fall into this model?
Great question. So one open secret sort of is the partnerships that we build. And so right now we're in partnership with 2 schools, and one of our strategies for this year is to grow that up to 20 schools. So imagine for every student going to school, your school recognizes my paddy as your official partner to provide their students with off-campus accommodation. Now, why would they want to go into this partnership with us? For one thing, we provide them with data. Right now, they don't know where their kids stay outside the walls of the school. But we know where their kids stay. And so we can tell them and say, look, this is where Ojo, Ifeanyi, and Peter stays. But they don't know that right now. So for that reason, they've always been excited when we approach them with our solution, and we'll keep doing that. So it's really key for us, and it's something that even anybody coming around will not really get past like that.
Thank you.
Is that all? Is that all? Are you content?
Yeah, I've got one more question.
Okay.
So what's the reason you're here today?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
What's the reason? Why are you here? Why are you pitching today?
Oh, great. So currently we graduated from the Ventures Platform Accelerator Program, where we were able to secure $20,000 in seed funding. And we need to do more. We need to expand. We also need to grow more in our inventories. And so we're raising a follow-on seed round of 100,000. And we're going to be closing that really soon. So hopefully we will see passionate investors that are passionate about African startups. I really like what we do, and they'd like to come on board and join us in doing this.
Thank you so much. That's about all we can take on this. So.